do you call when you have a giant wolf and a giant crocodile making rampage? You call on Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his giant ape, George. That's who. Rampage, directed by Brad Payton, the man that directed San Andreas, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Dr. John Okoye. He's a zoologist that works at this ape preserve with a big albino ape named George, who he's friends with. And what happens in this movie is there's this space station that is exploding. The astronaut within the space station takes these 3 capsules of gas out of the space station and loses the 3 capsules. 1 capsule lands in the ape preserve, making George very big, very strong, and very aggressive. The 2nd capsule lands in this forest and makes a wolf very giant and very aggressive. And then you have the 3rd capsule landing in the Everglades, making a crocodile very big and very aggressive. So Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has to find a way to save his friend George and get George to stop the wolf and the crocodile. And we have our video game movie, Rampage. Now, I went to see this movie with my dad, and we both liked it. We had fun watching this movie. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is great in this movie. I really did like him in the film. The ape George was very funny at times, and when he got big and aggressive, that was pretty cool in the film. The wolf was really great and a bit scary. I did like that. The crocodile was like something out of Godzilla. That monster was great. And then you had Naomi Harris in the movie, who is kind of like a love interest for Dwayne, but there is really no chemistry between them. Then you have Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the film, who is basically just being his character from The Walking Dead, Negan. He does the lean and the southern drawl. It's hilarious. Joe Manganiello shows up in the movie for a brief moment, but he's not in the movie that much. The woman that played Wendy Peppercorn from The Sandlot, she shows up in the movie in the beginning of the film. It's kind of cool. And then we have our villains played by Malin Ackerman from Watchmen and Jake Lacy, who are very over the top, very cheesy, and terrible villains. Now, this movie is just silly, but it's a pretty good popcorn flick. I did like the movie. My dad liked the movie. I mean, really, the only thing that's wrong with the movie are the 2 villains, played by Malin Ackerman and Jake Lacy. But everything else about the movie is pretty cool. So, I'm going to give this movie a B-. It's pretty much worth it to see as a matinee, really. Or maybe you could just wait for it to be out in Redbox and rent it that way, or ends up coming out on a streaming service or something like that. And that's all I gotta say for Rampage.